this corporate noise, our quietude is grating. Just two folks in a restless voice. Just 2 yards of a distance now. I have plenty of regain.
Locking eyes almost somehow, retreating to my desk and fade.
Saying you don't know what it's like to be me. I know you don't know how to like so desperately. Now you don't know what it's like to see someone like me.
Coy smile,
Meanwhile, your bus pulls up, I see ya. Monday in another grill log. Small talk, we part.
I plug my earbuds in and pretend to rush all debonair.
Can't you sense my flustered face from there?
Saying
You don't know what it's like to be me. I know you
don't know how the spike of love plagues me. No, you
don't know what it's like to see yourself through me. Saying you don't know what it's like to be me. I know you don't know how to strike up a word with me.
No, you
Don't know what it's like. I see yourself in me. You come and say it to my face now. If you want it, I know you want it. If you really want it, come and say it to my face now. If you want it, I know you want it. If you really want it, come and say it to my face. Just two pawns in a ramble.
Yeah. Wow, welcome back to See the Stories. That was amazing. Kafin
Yes,
Sulthan,
love
Keshya
it.
Valerie with 2 pawns.
Woo!
Hey, come on over, guys.
Come.
Have a seat. Thank you for that performance, by the way.
Thank you for having us here.
Very cool. Have a seat. So, obviously, we listened to the lyrics.
Yes.
We read through the lyrics as
Yes,
well.
we did.
I want to start off by saying you two look way too young and adorable to work in a corporate structure. But nevertheless, that song has the undertones of an office romance. Is that true? Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Where'd you guys get the idea for this?
I wrote the song,
Okay.
and it was the pandemic actually.
Oh, wow. Okay, a
I
while
wrote
ago.
it at the time of the pandemic. And
Okay.
I don't know.
When nobody was in an office at the time.
Exactly, but I just
Ironically.
wanted. Yeah, ironically, but I just wanted to break the cycle of writing, regular love songs.
Your typical ballad.
Yeah, heartbreak tunes and whatnot, and I guess I just went imaginative with the writing, so to
Yeah.
speak, and that was 2 pawns basically.
Yeah. Again, you wrote it. I just love the words that he uses,
Yeah.
the vocabs. Like you said, I think it's been written by someone older than you, right? Definitely great. But can you tell us how this collaboration come about? Like, did you guys know each other before? And-
Yeah, actually we did. Fun fact, I think we've known each other for like 9 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But we met at this project or collective. It's called Rata. That was, he was a part of it, obviously. By
Yeah.
implication, he's above average, but I'm
It
not
was-
a part of it.
It was Erin Gutawas and
It was
Gita
Erin
Gutawas
Oh,
project.
wow. Okay, cool.
And it was for talented kids,
Yeah.
in music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was a concert, right? And I was
Yeah.
one of the actors that introduced the main acts, and we met there very briefly, like
Right.
a 5-second meetup, and then still kept in touch through Instagram and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then 9 years later, he shot me a DM, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what did you say?
You
Your
want to do a
words."
collab? Like,
Yeah.
just like, you want to sing my song?
And that was those was 2 pawns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this was during the pandemic then? Mm-hmm. So how'd you guys work that out? Because everyone had to stay home.
Actually
was-
finished
Through
the
Zoom?
songwriting at the time of the pandemic, and then we recorded after, right?
Yeah, it
like
was
last
like
year.
earlier last year.
What's the feedback been like? Because not to expose any secrets, but I think a lot of people can relate a little bit to like office romance culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what has been the feedback been like for you guys?
Well, fans and friends have said that, yeah, you know, they relate to the story, to the narrative, and
Yeah.
it's actually pretty cool because I'm a watcher of The Office, and that was actually
Same.
yeah,
Which one? The US or UK version?
Okay.
US.
US.
The US version, okay, nice.
But I do like the UK version because they're more sarcastic with their humor.
Yes, it's drier.
Basically, that's my main inspiration for
Oh,
the
really?
narrative arc of the song.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Comedy. Yeah. And there is a budding office romance underlying that whole
Yeah.
story right there.
Something that people don't really talk about, but it's actually happening, right?
Very much so,
Office
a lot,
romance.
yeah.
And can I talk about the video for a minute though?
Yeah.
The whole video, you two like sit across from each other playing chess. So again, so like two pawns, but then again, it has a different meaning. How did you, who came up with the idea?
It was a joint thing, really.
Yeah, it was-
Like we had obviously like the idea was there like, from
Lyrically,
the
yeah.
from the song itself. Like I love the songwriting, but then we kind of like formed this joint concepting like kind of moment where we had like a board where we kind of how do you say like jointly collaborated on like pitched in our ideas
Yeah.
and
Okay.
bounced
Brainstorm, basically.
brainstormed we wanted like certain types of visuals and it came through that way.
And I guess the that visualization sort of came through, like it's in the title itself, like two pawns.
Yeah.
The two pawns being us, like two coworkers from different divisions, like one black and one white. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it now because, like, being pawns, you're part of this large corporate structure,
Exactly.
and you're just pieces moving around in it in the game of the.
No, that, like,
I added that last part in myself. There you go. So I'm going to split you guys up a little bit. Kafin, you've actually obviously made a lot of music throughout the years. What are some of the, I hate to use the word genre, but I will anyway. What are some of the genres that you've explored in prior to this, and why did you specifically decide to make this type of music?
I guess largely like throughout my career.
Your influences, perhaps.
Yeah, my biggest influence is like soul music, jazz music,
Nice.
like that kind of like circle of genres, so to speak, like groove, very groove-driven, like syncopated stuff, etc. 80s pop.
Okay.
And I guess for this release, I just wanted to try something new.
Okay.
And that's why I reached out to Keshya.
Yeah.
And let's like spice things up. Like I wanted to treat this track like in a fresh way. And I usually treat the bass line as like through fingerstyle, and I hire bass players like upright bass players and fingerstyle bass players. But for this particular track, I wanted to try picking, and that's why I actually hired Iqbal Ramadan for to play bass.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Okay.
Why Keshya? What made you, I mean, after 9 long years, decide,
Yeah.
hey, she's perfect for
Same
Tupon?
question.
I really like the timbre of her voice.
Okay.
And she has this sort of sweet, innocent quality to her
Aw.
timbre, and I really wanted to incorporate that sort of sound and vocal tone, I guess, into
Okay.
the meet cute, will they, won't they type of narrative of the song.
Got it.
That's the exact thing I got too. Sweet and is that true? Is that accurate? Are you sweet and
I
innocent?
hope so. I hope so. I hope I come across that way.
Now,
Certainly do.
Keshya, so this is your debut as a solo artist. How do
Yeah.
you feel? Finally, your voice is, out there, and the whole world can hear it now.
Well, it's definitely like nerve-wracking, but also in a lot of ways nostalgic because I can't really say that I'm a stranger to the music world. Like I grew up with a lot of like music adjacent gigs, so like modeling.
Entertainment adjacent gigs.
Yeah, sure. Like modeling, and then a lot of like some pageants. I also did TV singing competitions as
Yeah.
a kid. I was
Yeah.
one of those kids. So to
We were
return,
one of those kids.
yeah, we were one
Call-
of
what
those
is it?
kids.
Penyanyi cilik, right? We
Yeah,
call it?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's the
yeah,
term.
yeah. That's the
Okay.
term. That's the term. We were one of those kids, and so it wasn't very strange. It feels like a combination of old and new, but it's the first time I'm doing it independently.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a breath of fresh air to work with him as well.
Okay. And you mentioned Iqbal Ramadan.
Yep.
So how did that all come together? You had this vision in your mind, like, okay, Iqbal Ramadan's sound is the I don't know. I can't think of a better word than groovy because it's got this kind of like groove to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened? You approached him and.
We actually worked together in his band.
Oh, okay.
Well, he has this solo project. I guess it's more of a moniker, like because he plays, he stars in films as himself, like Iqbal Ramadan, right? But he makes music under the name Ballet, like his nickname.
The most recent one, right?
Yeah, and I actually played keys and provided backing vocals in his album. And that's where we met, and I guess from there it's sort of like, yeah, the rest is history. Like, hey man, do you want to play bass on it? Like, yeah, sure, why not? And then-
Yeah.
Perfect.
And pretty cool. You got Iqbal. I mean,
Yeah.
added bonus right there.
Yeah.
All right, so well, let's talk about the lyrics itself. So you mentioned a little bit about how will they, won't they situation. So was this like a conscious decision to create like a rom-com vibe? Because I kind of got it, you know?
Yeah, I really wanted to frame the narrative like in that cutesy way,
Yeah.
because I guess the music sort of leans into that too, and yeah, as I said before, that's why I picked Keshya to sing the duet together. Yeah.
And
leaves it.
like visually, it also came together really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm pretty proud of what we put out.
So I mentioned at the top of our discussion that you seem almost too young to be part of a corporate culture. Did you draw a lot, anything from your personal experience to put into the song, whether it's the way you perform or sang on it, or the lyrics, the way you wrote the lyrics, or did you get help from some of your friends? Like, hey, have you ever been in an office romance? What is it like? Have either of you worked in an office situation before? I can't imagine you have, being in the music world.
We are of age.
Yeah.
We are of age. Doesn't look like it, but we are of age. But I don't know. I think when he sent me the demo and like the lyrics, I kind of interpreted it as quite universal, really. Like, although it is like very clearly and explicitly office romance.
Yeah.
It's a canon event.
Yeah, it's a
really
canon
for
event.
everybody.
Like
Yeah.
it's like loving someone or being attracted to someone with social constraints.
point.
With limitations.
Yeah, so you
That's
can't
a good
really
point.
move the way you want to,
Yeah.
and you're
And
kind of
you're
just
stuck with this.
Hey! Look at the chemistry these guys have already. You're finishing each other's sentences. But I get exactly what you mean,
Yeah,
because
you're kinda
it's
stuck.
relatable whether you're in an office situation or in your social
Yeah.
situation.
Basically, like the metaphor, you're a white pawn stuck in, you're a white pawn and a black pawn stuck in E4 and E5.
yeah.
Basically, you can't move.
So will they or won't they?
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, so Two Pawns was just released 2 days ago. So far, so good. But is it too early for us to be asking what's next for you guys?
Ooh.
That's in the works.
Yeah,
You can finish each other's sentences. Go ahead.
No, well, for me, because it's my debut project, I guess it can be a very, very special stepping stone into kind
Nice.
of like music
Yeah.
in general. To work with someone I know is a great introduction. And yeah, I'm like, really excited. Maybe possible joint collaborations in the future.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
is
yeah.
it could be part of a larger project, an EP?
Maybe,
You can
maybe.
stick this on an EP or an album?
Producer, singer, songwriter.
Ooh, that was a part of our
Hey,
initial
I
deal.
like that.
That was a part of our, yeah.
Very good. Next gig for you guys?
Hopefully.
Anything coming up soon?
We're going on a like press junket all over this town.
Oh, wow.
So,
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
We'll see,
Yeah.
We'll see
really.
if
Yeah.
we're gonna create a next song or something.
All right, 2025 still early, so you have
Yeah.
plenty of time
Yeah.
this year. Thank you so much, guys,
Thank
for
you.
being and congratulations once again. Available on all streaming platforms.
Yep.
Two Pawns. Make sure you guys go check it out.
All right, so we'll be back with the show, of course. Stay tuned right here, only on the 2-hour news show on See Today.